he's trying to go get my third expansion, except I don't think he's gonna get it because I obviously have like I don't know what he's doing right now. He can't siege because if he sieges, my zealots will rape him. But if he doesn't siege, my dragoons will rape him. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation for him. But so he's basically gonna have to kill all my zealots and then siege. But even if he does that, now again, as you can see, I have one zealot and I have flanking coming in for one dragoon flanking right over there. And he lost all his vultures and he lost all his tanks. So yeah, right now he just lost like everything. And I got this gateway at my expansion because if he ever tries to put dragoons here and attack it, then if he ever tries to vulture harass it, I'll have a few dragoons just ready for the harassment. And basically his first push died, and I don't know if I'd ever told you, yeah, I did say this in lots of my other videos. It comes down to however good a Terran's first push is and however strong it is. And that kind of defied the law, defied the rule, because his first push, like, it didn't kill my army. I basically killed his natural, and he killed my natural, and then he ran, or then I killed his force. So, but he killed my natural while he was doing it. So I guess it was kind of even. And right now, again, this is the boring time in Protoss vs Terran. We're both just macroing up, and since we're both macroing up, I'm basically gonna try to get to his 30 base, because he probably has his third expansion. I knowing this guy, he always expands when he pushes with his first push. And so he probably does have this expansion. Yeah, he does have it, but he floated it over. But I need to kill this command center because this command center just has to die. If it doesn't die, I'll be screwed. And I'm attacking it. And right now, I'm just waiting for that command center to die. And once it does die, then come on, die. Yeah, okay, it's dead. And now he's probably, I don't know what he's gonna do now, because now I have 3 bases and he has 2. Except I basically just got my expansion. I had my expansion running for a long time, so I guess I'm in an economic lead right now. And look at my APM right now. It's 203 APM. When I'm playing normally, my APM is usually 150, 140 ish. And this clearly shows that I'm trying extremely hard just to beat him. And this game is very close right now. And I have observers everywhere to see when he's pushing out. He has a shitload of vultures and tanks, and he has a lot of mines also. So I can't really push anymore, because if I try to push, then he has a minefield, and I can't clear that minefield that easily. I need a lot of zealots to clear it. And yeah, as you can see, I still don't have zealot lag. The reason for that is because I'm going master goons right now. I'm not getting any zealots. I'm relying on shuttle bombs to do the zealot damage. And he has such a good defense. Like, there's no weakness here. I can't break it anywhere. Like, if I try to push from one side or another, he's just gonna defend it, because he has such a good minefield with vultures, with tanks, and turrets. So I can't break it from anywhere. And yeah, it's just very hard for me to break it, as you can see. Right now, I'm gonna get my 4th expansion, because remember I killed his 3rd expansion, so basically that was the time for me to get my 4th if it didn't die, but it did die, so it's still the time for me to get my 4th expansion. And right now I'm trying to rally all my gateways, because I know one of them isn't rallied properly. And again, yeah, so I'm getting my pylons and I'm getting this expansion here. And this expansion is very important, because obviously you need your 4th expansion in a Protoss vs Terran, or else you're going to be screwed if the Terran has 3 bases and you only have 3 also. And again, the boring part in Protoss vs Terran, just massive macroing massive macroing, just, there's nothing else to it right now. He's probably going to have his 3rd expansion right now, and as you can see, he has turrets and everything over there. So I can't break his attack. I can't break this what do you call it? Turtle defense he has, static defense he has right now, because if I try, I'll be screwed. But he can't push out right now, because if he pushes out, then he'll be screwed, because I'll just attack his army that's pushing out. So basically, we're both in a stalemate right now. Like, neither of us can do anything, and if one of us tries to, then the other person will be screwed, because if whoever tries to push out will be screwed, because if he pushes out, then I'll be screwed. Then he'll be screwed, because I'll just overrun him with my massive units. But if I try to push in, then his static defense is just too strong. He's too big of a minefield, so I can't push in and he can't push out. So it's just going to come down to whoever can macro better. And that's why most people find Protoss vs Terran kind of boring, because it comes down to whoever can macro better. Because most Protoss vs Terrans come in this situation where it's just whoever can macro. It's just like I can't push in, but he can't push out, and yeah, it just gets boring after repeated Protoss vs Terran replays. It just comes down to this, and I might be repeating myself, but it's because I have nothing else to say. And Yeah, so again, I'm getting cannons here because I need to defend this expansion. I know he's trying to vulture. Like, the only thing either of us can do right now is me. I can go temp drop him, and all he can do is vulture harass. And so I'm getting cannons to stop his vulture harass. He probably has turrets to stop my temp harass. But either way, both things are still viable, and so he's going to be trying to do that. I'm getting my shadow to try to vulture, temp drop him, and I saw his vultures trying to come kill this expansion, so I'm just getting my dragoons here, and I just don't want him to attack my expansion because I need the economy. And as you can see, I have temp drop ready to go, and this temp drop is going to go for his third expansion. I already know he has that expansion over there because, well, obviously he does. I'm not a dumbass, and because he obviously, I'm not going to underestimate him because I know he has it. And I'm getting more gateways now because I have more of my bases running, and I'm basically just macroing right now, and he's just macroing. And he's probably gonna push out when he's maxed, because if he pushes out when he's maxed, then obviously that's probably the best time for him to push out, because there's no way for me to be 20 population ahead of him being maxed unless I mind control and I get turn base, which is kind of too impossible. Well, I guess it's possible, but it's too hard. That would be pretty funny though, mind controlling a turn. Anyways, so right now I'm temp dropping him, and temp drops again. I'm killing. How many SCVs is this gonna be? This is gonna be like a good 15 SCVs. Okay, not even, like 10 SCVs probably, and that's gonna kill a lot. But yeah, that's saved. That basically is the only thing I can do right now because I can't push in. So I guess that was a good on my part, just doing that temp drop, and he can basically just try to he can vulture drop my main and vulture drop this base. That's the only harassment he can get off right now. And I'm getting orbiters now because orbiters, obviously their stasis field is very, very important in late game Protoss vs Terran, because that's probably the main difference that can come. That's the biggest difference that can be made in a Protoss vs Terran game late game. And now I'm getting massive gateways, and now you guys might be wondering, I only have like 4 expansions. Why am I getting so many gateways? Reason for that is because I'm maxed, and when he pushes out, we're probably going to both lose like 100 population just from the one big battle. And that basically means that I'm going to have to pump it all out right at the start. And there we go. Alright, here we go. This is the turning point in the game right now. He's pushing out, and he's pushing out, and I have to break this push. And no matter what, this is what the game's going to come down to. Who's going to win this battle is going to win the game. And right now, I am just pushing. He got his 4th expansion also, so we're basically tied in expansions, and I really need to kill this 4th expansion at all costs. And I'm dropping a Zealot Bomb here. Fucking Zealot Bomb didn't drop anything, but oh well. I have a shitload of Dragoons here, and I'm just going to make these Dragoons try to target these tanks, and I'm going to make these Dragoons target those tanks, and I want some of my Dragoons to target the command center, because obviously the command center needs to die, and I'm targeting those Dragoons over there, and the command center did die, and all his tanks did die, and now I'm temp dropping him again, and his great retaliation time right there. He didn't lose anything. He lost like only a few SCVs, but his 4th expansion died, and now I still have 4th expansions, and I'm basically going to get maxed again. And so this game, I guess I can call it at this point, it's pretty much GG, because I have 4 expansions, and he has his main and natural property out, so he only has 1 expansion, which basically means 1 expansion versus 4. There's no way he can compare against that. And now I have map control also. I can just take all the expansions I want, and he can't do anything about it. So this is pretty much over, and he's going to call GG anytime soon. And I'm just waiting for him to do that. And I have orbiters coming also, so if he doesn't, I'll just recall his main, or I'll just stasis everything and I'll go in. Just a massive brutal battle. And stasis is probably the one thing that can beat a static defense, because stasis basically means you freeze all his tanks, and there's nothing he can do about that. And yeah, so I'm just getting observers around here. I get observer speed later on in the game because it's very important also, because you really need your observers to scout him ASAP. And yeah, this is over. Like, I have orbiters pumping out, and I'm maxed, and he only has 1 base, and just waiting for him to say GG now. And yeah, there's his GG. He didn't even push. He just says GG because he knows he lost. And this is what, like, at my level, this is what games come down to. You don't even need to have a big battle. You just have to say GG. A quick post-game analysis of this game. Basically, again, it's super long, so it's very hard to say where the mistakes went. But you guys probably know the turning point in this game was when I did my counter and his big attack. He could have just went to his own base to defend that, except then he wouldn't have got my natural. And then maybe the game would have went differently there, but I don't know. Again, he's better than me overall, so I can't say there was no mistakes I think he made. I guess he could have harassed more, maybe. I don't really know. But yeah, long games are very hard to predict where the turning point was. But yeah, I think the main turning point was the big counter. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out, guys.